In the world of professional wrestling, youth tends to be key, with people often saying it is a young person's game. That's because of how much of a toll wrestling takes upon the body, leading to in-ring talents tending to slow down as they get older, with promotions not often giving big opportunities to the older generation. However, there have been times over the years when wrestlers over the age of 50 have been given the chance to win a title. This is a decision that takes place when a talent is still performing at the highest level, both in matches and in promos, and that has taken place several times throughout wrestling history. Welcome to Honor Wrestling Club, and in today's video we're counting down the 10 wrestlers who won championship belts at 50 years old or older. However, before we crack on with the list, I'd just like to firstly welcome you to Honor Wrestling Club. It means a lot to have you here with us today, and if you are new here, I'd just like to firstly welcome you to the club, and to secondly ask you to click the thumbs up button and the subscribe button if you are new here. It really does help out the channel, and we can keep producing amazing content for you. Now, without further ado, let's crack on with the list with number 10, Adam Copeland, who won the TNT Championship at the age of 50. Adam Copeland has had a career littered with titles, but the bulk of them took place before his original injury and retirement in 2011. Since returning to wrestling, he has competed at a very high level, putting together some great performances and matches that fans could remember, but all without winning a single piece of gold. He didn't hold a single title during his final spell with WWE. However, at AEW it has been the exact opposite. The company looked to make the most out of him, and that led to Copeland becoming the TNT champion despite his age and injury issues. In number 9, we have Goldberg, who won the Universal Championship at the age of 53. Goldberg is an iconic figure in professional wrestling, and his hard-hitting style was easy to take seriously in the main event scene. That has been the case throughout his career, and that included his final run with WWE when he was competing at an older age. Goldberg could still be seen in the top spot, and his smash mouth style worked well. He has some brilliant performances and memorable moments that allowed WWE to book him as a champion, regardless of his age, and the fact that fans turned on him. It was another point that the WWE at the time decided to ignore entirely. In number 8, we have Patterson, who won the 24/7 championship at the age of 78. Patterson is a legendary figure in the world of wrestling, and seeing him pop up in backstage cameos was always a little bit of fun as he got a little older. One of those moments led to him becoming the 24/7 champion, which wasn't something he held on too long due to the nature of the title itself. However, the title constantly being on the line allowed for a lot of funny moments and various people, regardless of age or gender, to hold the title. This led to Patterson getting a brief run with the gold, which was something done to entertain fans and give a bit of nostalgia. In number 7, we have Christian Cage, who won the TNT Championship at the age of 50. Christian Cage might very well be a veteran of the AEW locker room, but he's one of the top performers in the company at the moment, being someone more than capable of holding his own inside the ring. Cage tells incredible stories during his matches, and the heel persona he's carved out is one of the strongest of his entire career. It's why fans are so invested in what he does, and it made it easy for Tony Khan to book him as the TNT champion, having several runs with the gold. In number 6, we have Vince McMahon, who won the ECW championship at the age of 61. The idea of Vince McMahon winning any form of title in WWE is a strange one, given that he was never a professionally trained wrestler. However, he did book himself to have a couple of reigns over the years, one of which just so happened to be when he was 61 years old, as he won the ECW Championship. It was a title he didn't need at the time, but it didn't stop him from capturing the gold. It was something that McMahon seemingly thought would get the wrestling world talking, but in the end it fell very flat, and was the final nail in the coffin, if it needed one, of the ECW reboot. In number 5, we have Ric Flair, who won the Intercontinental Championship at the age of 56. Ric Flair is one of the best wrestlers to have ever stepped inside of a ring, so the fact that he was an older champion isn't that big a surprise. At the point in his career when he won this belt, the Nature Boy was still working at an incredibly high level, as he knew exactly how to command an audience and could comfortably still hang with the younger names. This was a big moment for him at this point in his career, and it proved that he was still able to work against the very best. Flair put some entertaining matches together during his time, including the match where he defeated Carlito to win the belt, and the match where he'd lose it to Shelton Benjamin 155 days later, which showcased that age is sometimes just a number. In number 4, we have Tommy Dreamer, who won the Impact Media Championship at the age of 52. Defeating Kenny King for the belt and losing it to Crazy Steve 127 days later. The Impact Media Championship is one of the newest in the industry, and one that the company is trying to build up as something rather unique in comparison to others. However, even though it's something fresh, that didn't stop the company from giving it to an older wrestler as to give him a run. Tommy Dreamer has been a very loyal servant for TNA or Impact Wrestling or GCW or whatever else you want to call it over the years, putting together years of work and a great body to present as a portfolio. Seeing him get this run was almost a reward for all of that, and he's certainly pushed to make this run a memorable one. In number 3, we have Sting, who won the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Sting is one of the all-time greats in professional wrestling, and he was able to work at the highest level until the very end of his career. Coming out of retirement to wrestle for All Elite Wrestling, Sting proved that he wasn't slowing down, and that is something that led to plenty of amazing moments. He would put his body on the line, taking some major bumps for a man of his age during his tag team partnership with Darby Allin. It led to them winning the AEW World Tag Team titles together, which he would hold until he retired at Revolution in 2024. You can say what you want about AEW, and there are some complaints you can rightfully levy at them. However, one you cannot levy at them is that they do not treat veterans with respect. In number 2, we have Scott Hall, who won the TNA World Tag Team Championships at the age of 51. Scott Hall's run in TNA is something that a lot of people forget about, but during that time he did get to win the TNA World Tag Team Championships. As a member of The Band, he was able to get his hands on the Total Non-Stop Action World Tag Team Championships at the time, which was a big moment for him at that stage in his career. However, this was also a difficult period in his life because Hall was battling personal demons, which was the reason that his title run ended quite abruptly. And number 1, we have Scott Steiner, who also won the TNA World Tag Team Championships at the age of 55. Hey, Knight, yeah! And they were able to put a run together with the gold. Of course, Steiner has always been known for his brilliant physique, and that isn't something that changed as he got older. Steiner has always remained in shape, and that is why he still looks the part when holding these titles for TNA. But anyway, there you have it. There's our list. So what do you think? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Who do you think is the most surprising wrestler to have won a belt in their 50s or above? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss out on any of the fun content that we produce here at Honor Wrestling Club. Be sure to share this video around with your friends and family. Show your parents, let them know that hope's not lost as you get older, as they circle closer and closer to their midlife crisis. But anyway, that's all for now, so I'd just like to thank you for watching and welcome you to the club. See ya!